Welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name is Heather Ringwald, and I am a behavioral specialist with the Oklahoma State Department of Education. Today, our team will be discussing the School Climate Transformation Grant, also known as OK Transform. What is School Climate Transformation, or SCT? The Oklahoma State Department of Education School Climate Transformation Project provides training, professional development, and technical assistance to school districts through a multi-tiered system of supports framework. SCT focuses on enhancing school-wide positive and systematic strategies that meet the needs of all students. Next, Amanda Sellers will discuss the objectives of SCT.
Thank you, Heather. So the objectives of the School Climate Transformation Grant is to increase trainings and technical assistance to schools and districts using multi-tiered behavioral framework. Will ensure selected school sites implement positive behavior interventions and support with fidelity. Also to decrease office discipline referrals, increase student attendance rates, and decrease in and out of school suspensions, as well as increase academic achievement in reading and math, and provide opioid and substance use training to counties with highest opioid usages. The School Climate Transformation Grant, the purpose is to identify 50 school sites over 5 years that will implement a full-scale PBIS framework. There'll be 2 cohorts. Cohort 1 will consist of 25 school sites that will receive intensive services for Tier 1 supports spring 2019 through 2021, and will scaffold up to Tier 2 and Tier 3 service supports. Cohort 2 will also receive Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 supports, and begin training in spring 2021 through spring 2023. The selected school climate transformation sites will learn how to make data-informed decisions, learn how PBIS can be braided in with practices or initiatives that schools are currently implementing. Schools will learn how to self-sustain the MTSS framework. In addition, school site coordinators will receive paid stipends, and PBIS teams will receive paid regional training. Services that accompany the School Climate Transformation Grant are promoting positive transformation through the implementation of a sustained school-wide MTSS framework, integrating positive behavioral interventions and supports. Schools will receive services and trainings on implementing evidence-based practices that promote success to all students. And schools will receive prevention and intervention on opioid and substance use with a dedicated focus on counties with the highest opioid usage. There will be 9 regions in the School Climate Transformation Grant that will be serviced by 5 behavior specialists. Each one of these regions can be identified on the OK Transform map. If you want additional information or have questions about the application, please contact the behavioral specialist that is referenced for your region. Regions 1, 2, 5, and 6 is Elizabeth Sutton, who serves as the project director and a behavioral specialist. Regions 3, 9 are Blair Harrison. Regions 4 and 9 are Heather Ringwald, and regions 7 and 8 is Amanda Sellers. We'll be adding additional team member in the spring. Some additional services that will accompany the School Climate Transformation Grant, along with technical assistance, will be monthly meetings with your behavioral specialist and coach, trauma-informed practices, behavior intervention, mental health awareness, social emotional learning, bullying and suicide prevention, opioid and substance prevention, and classroom management. Our team member Blair Harrison will now discuss what PBIS is.
Okay, I'm going to give you an overview of PBIS, some expectations for your school if you choose to join us or apply for our program, and then also how to apply for our program. PBIS is the implementation of a multi-tiered framework that uses evidence-based practices to support academic, social, emotional, and behavioral success for all students. Is PBIS an evidence-based practice? Research indicates that full implementation of PBIS framework by 80% or more of staff results in a decrease in problematic behavior and increases in rates of pro-social behavior. If you would like more information on PBIS, please go to www.pbis.org. That is linked at the bottom of this slide. There are 3 tiers in the PBIS framework. Tier 1 is the foundation of the multi-tiered framework. All students receive supports at this tier. The major components of Tier 1 are identify expected behaviors, teach, model, and practice what those behaviors look like, sound like, and feel like in your school. Specifically praise appropriate behavior with private or public acknowledgement, and measure outcome data to determine successes and barriers to reaching the desired goals. The Tier 2 supports build on the lessons that you provided for your students at Tier 1 and may prevent the need for more intensive interventions. Tier 2 supports are provided to small groups of students with similar needs, offering more time and/or detailed instruction on the core curriculum. The types of interventions offered at this level will vary according to the needs of each school student body, but all have certain things in common. There is a clear connection between the skills taught in the interventions and the school-wide expectations. This helps students and staff apply those lessons in non-intervention settings. Tier 2 interventions require little time of classroom teachers and are easy to sustain. There are variations within each intervention. The interventions have a good chance of working. They are evidence-based interventions that match a student's particular need. Tier 3 supports continue to build on the lessons and supports provided at Tiers 1 and 2, becoming more individualized and more intensive until teams can identify what is needed for a student to be successful. Tier 3 supports are based on the underlying reasons for a student's behavior. Tier 3 strategies should include a reduction or prevention of problem behaviors, teaching the student alternative behaviors, rewarding the student when they use the replacement behavior, and minimize the payoff of the problematic behaviors. If you are interested in applying, you will see a link to our application on this slide. You can submit that electronically to elizabeth.sudeth@sde.ok.gov or by mail to OK Transform, and the State Department address is listed below. Applications are due by April 12th, 2019. Thank you.